Welcome back to La La Land on CRN Digital Talk. I'm Brett Chapin. That's Daisy Egan. And we're joined today by director in residence of Spider-Man on Broadway and creator of Dick Punch, Mr. David Vertora. If you have any questions for David, make sure you give us a call at 1-800-336-2225. And David, you have a web series right now called Dick Punch.
I do. I didn't actually create it. My good friend Ian McQuesty, who's our writer and also one of the stars, did. But I appreciate getting the credit.
The director of Dick Punch, I should say that.
I'm the director and producer, one of the producers. Yeah.
So will you give us a quick synopsis for those audience members who aren't familiar?
Oh, sure. Dick Punch is sort of it's a broad comedy. Sort of in the vein of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's kind of like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia meets Wayne's World meets Breaking Bad. It's sort of like this really weird sort of dark comedy. It follows these two brothers who are overeducated and underemployed. They live in their mother's brownstone. They have an apartment, and one day they're sort of creating this project for her, and they run up to her apartment, and she's gone. And without telling them, they find a note from her that says, basically, you guys are huge disappointments. I've moved to Florida. You have a month to get a job, or I'm kicking you out and selling the brownstone. And so they sort of go into this pit of despair and like a 3-day bender. Mm-hmm. And then, as they come up for air, realize that the most logical thing to do would be to create the ultimate multimedia company and take the entertainment world by storm.
Naturally,
of course. And so that they sort of were influenced by Tom Brady, the quarterback from the New England Patriots. They have an autobiography that he's written called I Throw the Football, a book about me. And somehow they deduced that that's what he would want them to do. And so the series just sort of follows them. They obviously have no practical skills and are incapable of doing this. So the series sort of follows them trying to create this company, but being distracted by zany characters like a stripper and the fundamentalist Mormon and, Yeah.
I love that on the website there's just like a whole thing dedicated to Tom Brady. That makes me so happy.
Tom Brady's autobiography as a blog.
Are you going to have Tom Brady do a guest appearance on one of the episodes?
We're trying to avoid getting sued by Tom Brady.
Yeah.
All right, maybe not.
We would love it. If Tom Brady is listening to this, we would love him to do it. That would completely seal the deal on a second season.
It sure would.
Are you listening, Tom?
So Jan Maxwell's in the show, and from what I saw, she never... Well, I don't know if you want me to reveal that.
Oh, you can.
Okay, so do we never actually see her?
The mom?
Yeah.
No, you never actually see her. That's actually the voice of Jan Maxwell, who was just nominated for a Tony in Follies. Yeah, no, you never see her because she's vanished. She's moved to Florida. So at this point, I mean, maybe down the line, maybe in the second season, she'll make an appearance, but she does not appear in the first season.
I like it. It's very Oedipal.
Oh, good. Good, I'm glad.
Make sure you follow them on Twitter, too, at Dick Punch TV.
And where did the title come from?
Ian McQuesty, who again wrote it, and it was all his idea, and is plays Ian in the series. He I don't know exactly where the title came. It always felt like the right energy for it. It started as a full-length play, which was not very good, and then he gradually he actually pared it down in a couple of ways. First, he had written it as a 23-minute sitcom, and did a reading of that, and it still didn't quite work. And then he sort of found like the pocket for it was in this 10-minute sort of quick shot. And I think that it's just the whole energy of the series is really just like a dick punch. Like there's no way to we went back and forth about the title. Like, is it too much? Should we just call it Brothers? Like, would that get more recognition? Are people going to feel uncomfortable? But then nothing felt as good as Dick Punch. There's only one actual Dick Punch in the series.
That is an unforgettable name. I think it's a fantastic title.
Yeah.
You could have also done Dick Brothers.
That's true.
That would be a completely different show.
Yeah, that's true too. It was a little bit porny.
Yeah.
How is Appetite Online involved, David?
They are not involved. We don't know them at all, but they have been huge supporters. I mean, it's really interesting. I mean, you guys probably know, too, the Internet is a funny, funny place, isn't it? And
it sure is.
You know, we've been working really hard to try to, get the word out about the series, and Appetite I think he's based in Canada. It's a great site, appetiteon.com. If you want to check it out. I think it's all over our Twitter feed too, because they review every episode. But we don't know him. We met him on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
And he reviewed the first episode and loved it. And
we're gonna have to take a quick break, but so hold that thought.
We'll be back on La La Land with Brett and Daisy on CRN Digital Talk.